there are border issues. When a vehicle travels and it gets to the border, there is so much delay. There are issues of insurance. We would want to have insurance be recognized in our areas. There are issues of compliance. That's why we would want to have standards. In Kenya today, if you come, you'll be told you need to have fitted in a digital speed gadget. And you'll be told that you need to have uniform, both for the conductor and the driver. You need to have seat belts in all of it. So we need to standardize all this. These are the hurdles that, for now, are not enabling us to do the business smoothly. So we need them to be standardized so that if you move from one country to the other, you'll find that the standards are the same. The speed limits should be also standardized. So these are the hitches that we need to, before embarking on this, we need to have had the regulators address them, governments of all the countries that are involved. If addressed, then the flow, the movement will be very easy. You don't have to keep people in a border. But there are also security issues that need to be addressed. But we all have to address them. We don't want to be taking around Al-Shabaab from one country to the other. We want to carry genuine business people doing cross-border business. So these are things that, if they are not addressed, then it becomes difficult for us to move from one country to the other. It will only force us to drop our people right at the border. They would be inconvenienced maybe if there are no proper movements. It's always, if you're going to Rwanda, for instance, and there is a vehicle leaving Nairobi, to go all the way without necessarily having to undergo jump hurdles that you might not be able to jump through. So all this needs harmonization. We need to harmonize the policies. We need to harmonize the compliant position of each country. Before MOA, public transport was in a confused state. It was a business that was only regarded for the rogues. And since MOA came in and aligned investors in one position to own the business, earlier on, businesses were owned by cartels. Today, we can see some sanity. MOA recommended that routes have got to operate from a corporate entity. That's hence the formation of SACCOs and companies. Those were MOA recommendations. We can see that, well, the eye is very funny. The eye only catches bad things, but doesn't appreciate good things. But all in all, it's very visible that public transport, especially in Nairobi, has changed, that the services are given out in an orderly way. Of course, there are small elements of misbehaving. That's why we also have recommended that there be training for public transport drivers. Today, you just need to have a 4-year-old license to get a PSV license, irrespective of whether you've been driving or not. So we've made recommendations that one area, and we had recommended youth service to be a place to train drivers of public vehicles. This will, of course, in one place allow discipline to be addressed, because when people are put in certain kind of training, especially the mark time, the one done by military or even youth service, kind of discipline automatically gets into one. And so we had recommended that let there be issuance of PSV license at National Youth Service. The only challenge they had was capacity, but somehow they have to build it. This is a very important industry. This is an industry that facilitates economic activities. If today we stop working, nobody would go to work. We don't want this to happen, but we want it to be done professionally. And we don't say the government should carry the burden to do and pay for it 100%. It's like doing an exam in accounts to be an accountant. So a person will be paying, but we just need it to be subsidized because it's an important sector. And one thing I would say is that for a very long time, because we never had policies in place, it was a business free for all. What you just need to do is to buy a matatu and put it on the road. But things are changing now. We have a regulator, but we want them to have, to ensure that these quality services provided by putting in policies that are conducive and organizing people to be able to, give good services.